What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more acid-trance, and we're back with another tune from David Craig. Mentioned it before, a sort of close associate of Pablo Gargano during the heyday, the most prolific period of Pablo and Eve and eventually Telica. And indeed, this record is on Telica. This is Telica number 3. I believe it's 1997, though I will look it up in one moment. Does it say it on the sleeve? Does not say it on the sleeve. Does it say it on the record? Yes, 1997. So this is the Acid Indulgence EP, fantastic name, and it gives you a sense of the kind of trance that you're going to hear when you buy this record. I mentioned it before, the first few Telicas are very much in the same vein as like the first 20-25 Eves. Later Telica begins to become a little bit more like progressive, melodic, still kind of like hard trance, but again, just a little bit different, little bit more progressive and melodic and a little bit slower than some of the Eves and the first couple Telicas. But like I said, this is sort of in the vein where it could very well be on Eve. We're going to listen to a tune called Possessed by Fire. All three tunes on this are great. I would say Catching the Train at 3 o'clock might be the most wicked of the three. Hibernating is also kind of very like hard driving and a bit wicked. This is a bit more like uplifting, euphoric acid trance. Again, still hard trance, still driving, but it has like a lot of atmosphere and it has this sort of like, again, euphoric kind of buoyant atmosphere. So let's get to it. This is David Craig, Possessed by Fire. I mentioned it before, his tunes on Eve and Telica, I believe, were engineered by Pablo. Let's see if it says that specifically. Written and produced by Pablo Gargano, written and arranged by David Craig at the Planetarium, which I believe is Pablo's studio. So essentially, like, Craig had the ideas for the track, but it was Pablo who sort of, set the machines and, the way exactly they needed to be configured and so on. But let's get it. This is Possessed by Fire on Telica number 3 from 1997 by David Craig. I'm assuming 45, but if it comes in too fast... Wait. Yeah, I think it is 33. So a bright feedback sound. It's like the track is unraveling itself. Very like fragmented, like staccato, like I think it's panning left, right, but yeah, like atmospheric synth. Possessed by a madness, by a vision, by an all-consuming fire. Don't know the source of the sample, but intrigued by the claim of that level of intensity of vision. Very electric bass line. coil in there. Now getting like wilder, louder. Melodic line. All the while, acid gurgling away. Remember the first time I heard this, I was like, whoa, I was not expecting that. You alright, man? Hello?
He was possessed by a madness, by an all-consuming fire.
I like that. Very like tribal, percussive, syncopated. But there's also kind of like a laser like chirp. It's like a sunrise. Euphoric, like feel good acid-trance. I haven't listened to this in a while. It's good. Shifting percussion schemes. Say that's pretty nice.
By a madness, by a vision, by an all-consuming fire.
Almost feels like jazzy or something in this section. That funky bass. Oof. I remember it had this like acid saturated ride out. We're getting close to the end, still maybe like a minute away, but I didn't even remember this section. I love it. It's like submarine acid trance. It's like you're exploring the ocean. Speaking of which, those of you who know acid trance, there's a 20-minute tune called Under the Sea by the late Commander Tom. Like, it's a mix of Australia. Anyway, we're gonna check that one out soon. That's right, it's called 303 Pacific Ocean. That's what it is. God, the richness of the acid work. Like, note how it ends, right? A lot going on, and still, like, it doesn't have... It's one of two things. It's either a tune you end a mix with, because it stays very charismatic and full right to the end, so there's not, because you don't end a mix with, like, a track that has, like, a 2-minute outro where it, like, strips down to just, like, a kick, a hat, and a clap, because it's, like, the audience then is just like, all right, I guess we're just waiting for this tune to wind down and end. Yeah, you end a mix with a track that has like a very powerful sort of ending, but you could also use that in the middle of a set. You just start mixing out well before you get there. So by the time you get to that last part, the kick drum and bass line of your new tune is already sort of slotted in. But yeah, bottom line, very cool tune. I would say it's like, from this period, like, because again, the first few tunes from David Craig, like Lord of the Universe, they're kind of like driving and wicked. This is like the most euphoric of the first few tunes that he emerges on the Eve and Telica scene with. But yeah, I like it a lot. Like I said, it has a sort of buoyant, kind of elevative atmosphere, and a lot of the acid work is just fantastic. So big ups to David Craig. Shout out to Pablo Gargano for tweaking the machines. Do let me know what you think of the tune. Other than that, I will see you next time. Peace.